Netflix, you done. The Witcher Season 3 came out on Netflix, folks, and although I was excited to watch it, I knew we were probably in for a bumpy ride. Henry Cavill, first off, we just want to thank you for your portrayal of Geralt. You've done perfect, and we understand why you left or got fired. Studios, please use your source material for stuff. Netflix completely butchered this show. From season 1, which was decent, I had a lot of fun with it. Again, Henry Cavill as Geralt, perfect casting. Who they chose to play Yennifer, perfect casting. Had some positive moments. Looking forward to season 2. Season 2, they gave us a little bit more of what we wanted, more monsters, but it was the same formula every episode. Geralt does something with Ciri, vice versa, it focuses on Yen. We get a monster at the end of it. Started to go down a downward spiral, and then season 3 was absolute dog. First off, character development in this show, it doesn't make any sense. Near the end of season 2, Yennefer tries to capture Ciri, turn her over, which then leads Geralt being pissed off at her. Now, to start season 3, they're together to help Ciri with her abilities, which we've been talking about for almost 2 seasons now. Really no development with Ciri's powers have happened. And all of a sudden, Yen and Geralt just start getting their feelings together, and they don't know if it's because it's the Jinn's powers or it's because they actually love each other. That character development is so stupid, especially at the end of this show. We have a big emotional scene with Yennefer saying that Ciri is her daughter. We all know Yen can't have a daughter because of the magic she put on herself. It means nothing. How do you go from one season trying to capture and kill the girl or whatever, and then you go into this season saying that she's your daughter? It makes no sense. Another problem I have with this correlates is because we're rushed again. There's 8 episodes in this season, and 2 of these damn episodes revolve one, Ciri walking in a desert for about 45 minutes. Boring as hell. Other episodes, again, Ciri and Yen get separated. And it's like we're constantly playing hide and seek with our characters. It just, oh my gosh, this season, it was a slug to get through. Like, I hated watching this season, honestly. The other episode that sucked was, we have an episode, I believe it's episode 6. Geralt and Yen go to this party where all the mages and the witches congregate. I can't remember what it's called. And the whole episode is this stupid band that plays. And the song, it slaps you right in the face saying things are not as they seem, which portrays the whole episode. It's like a whodunit episode, or oh, what's really happening? And oh my gosh, if I heard the line things aren't as what they seem one more freaking time, I was about to Gronk spike my television off my balcony. The episode's not even that good. The episode sucks. Near the end of the season, what's his name? Gavilka Fish, I can't even remember. He turns out to be a major villain. That was whatever. The major fight scene we had with the Conclave, that's what it's called, with the Conclave, could have been amazing. Mages, witches, and the elves fighting one another. The main head of the Conclave, the mages and the wizards, I can't even think of her name right now. She does this spell that looks really cool. She basically turns into Darth Sidious and starts spraying lightning at everybody. This spell is apparently supposed to be so bad, so powerful, that it actually drains the life out of her, makes her age a lot quicker. Kills 3 people. These mages and wizards use this freaking shield spell that they can use, which by the way, apparently just lasts the whole time. That doesn't have a duration, doesn't take damage does in most video games or whatever. And nobody dies. It's like, what the hell was the point of that? Just to watch special effects of lightning
What the fuck?
Dumb. Like I said, the source material just got completely thrown out the window. In the end, there's Ciri, again, off on her own, trying to find her way back to Geralt. Geralt trying to find Ciri. End episode, there's real no climax. There's one last sword fight scene with Geralt and some military men from Nilfgaard. And it was just, it has nothing really to do. So it's just one last fight scene because that's the last scene we'll see with Henry Cavill. It was cool swords play, but it's just so stupid. Cons, there's cons all over this series. Like, Netflix, like I said, completely butchered the crap out of this. Monsters, there's like 2 monsters I think in this season, maybe not, maybe even 1 monster. It's like, so they went from barely any monsters to throwing a monster in every scene, like, because fans wanted more monsters, because the whole thing about The Witcher and the lore is there's monsters on the continent. And then they went to one like armadillo looking thing. Like, what the hell were we thinking? Ciri, character development, we still don't know anything about her powers. They brought up the Wild Hunt in like season 2, and I think they're mentioned in here like once or twice. Nothing to go with that. Granted, I don't really know much of the lore of The Witcher. I basically got put onto The Witcher from The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. So that's how I started to fall in love with the series and the backstory of everything. But from the little bit I do know, I know they completely butchered this. Character development doesn't make sense. Action scenes, there's like no real consequence to them. Dandelion in this show, I'll say he's pretty close to his character. He's an idiot though. Like, there's a scene with Radovid before he becomes king. Dandelion has a crush on him, is in love with him, and he kind of like knows that Radovid's doing this scheme to him, but yet he puts Ciri in danger willingly, knowing that he was being played. And it's like, what was the purpose of that? Dijkstra and the witch that he's with, their characters did very well, but it's just like, don't really know what's going on with their characters, how they're supposed to tie into the story. Overall, if you like The Witcher, like as a true loyal fan, the games, the books, this is probably gonna piss you off. If you're just a casual viewer and you like this series, there's a few aspects of good TV in this series. Altogether though, season 3 is a complete dump. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it, it's season 3, we'll give it a 3 out of 10. Netflix completely screwed the pooch on this one. It's not real, there's nothing redeeming about this season. Now that Henry Cavill's gone to do Warframe, I'm praying his Warframe series does well, because he's a great actor. He's the people's champion for wanting to stick to the lore. It's probably not going to be worth it. I cannot physically watch this or emotionally take watching any other character than Henry Cavill as Geralt, because he portrayed Geralt perfectly. Don't even know how season 4 is going to go. Thank goodness the writers went on strike, so hopefully this gets delayed. But honestly, what I would hope to happen, which it's not going to happen, this series just gets canceled. Another studios like HBO Max picks up the rights to it, because this show I think would lend very well to an HBO Max season. Longer season for sure, 8 episodes. I've been complaining about this with so many shows. These seasons on TV shows are becoming so short. You do not have time for filler episodes. You do not have time to develop characters. Like I said, there's an episode in here, Ciri's walking through the desert for 45 minutes. She's just walking through the desert. Shit doesn't happen. There's a random like big scorpion that she puts in here, and that's because they're just trying to make sure their audience wasn't asleep, which by the time this thing pops up, you're either asleep, you're walking off doing something. It doesn't make any sense. And then there's an episode where Geralt and Yen go to a party, and it's just different points of view of what's happening at this party to uncover what's going on. Stupid. So HBO, if you could listen and take reins of The Witcher somehow, get Henry Cavill back, even if you could get all the cast back. I didn't mind the casting for this show. And give us like a 16 episode season or something. I think it would do so much better. We would get what we deserve. But overall, like I said, this season sucked. It's not worth the watch. And Netflix, honestly, you should be ashamed of yourself. Thank you all for tuning into this review on Coda's Cove. Hey, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you like the content, and hey, be a friend, tell a friend to come join the Cove, because the water's fine, baby. Thank you.